Guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. If you're not, man, thanks again for coming back. I really appreciate you guys sticking around, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm excited to jump into this week's topic. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please don't forget to like so that I know I'm releasing things that you guys enjoy. Please hit the subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you're notified anytime I release new content. And then guys, leave a comment down below about the video or the challenge that's presented at the end of this week's section. Also, reach out to me on social media, which is linked in the description, which along with that link is the information and resources that I've found about the topic at hand. With all of that out of the way, let's jump into today's video. So far we've talked about love being a decision, and you have to be careful with whom you give it to. The second thing is that love is accompanied by emotion, but it's not governed by it. You see, our emotions are in constant state of change, and it's pretty dependent on the circumstances that are surrounding us. So I felt pretty bad about this, but I remember when I was asked where I wanted to go to eat. And at the time, I really felt like having tacos, so we were going to go to Taco Bell. And as we were driving there, my friend came along with me. As we were driving there, I slowly started losing the feeling of wanting tacos. And this did not help when my friend brought up Chick-fil-A. So when we're about 3 minutes away from this Taco Bell, I was like, man, I really want Chick-fil-A. I felt like I was in the mood for tacos, but just with a small conversation, I went from wanting Taco Bell and tacos to wanting something entirely different. And the problem was that they were in two opposing directions, so it wasn't as if they were on the way to each other. My desires and feelings changed so quick. As trivial as that is, especially in comparison to what we're going to be talking about today, it really does go along with the topic. You see, love should not and is not ruled by our emotions, simply because our emotions change way too much. The world defines love as this feeling, something deep inside of you that you just feel for the person. If that's true, then that also means that you may not feel that about them, and that you might lose the feeling altogether. You see, what the world is actually defining is a crush. When you have a crush on someone, it's that deep emotional aspect of the relationship. It's that feeling that you get in the very beginning, that fluttering, the butterflies in your stomach. You want to be around that person constantly. That's more of a crush. And the problem is that the feelings of a crush cannot maintain a long-term relationship. It's just not possible. Adam Tarnall, a director of student ministries at the Porch, stated it in the best way possible, I believe. You have to let the feelings of a crush fade so that the relationship can progress and grow to become healthy. I know that sounds weird because you're thinking, like, I'm always going to have the feelings for this girl, and I'm going to tell you now from talking with other people who are married, and some of the people you'll be seeing on this video eventually, they will tell you the same thing, that feeling will not always be there. That the relationship, it's going to die if you depend on the feeling of that in the beginning. So does that mean that love can only be analytical, that you can only choose it based on sole decision and logic? No, I don't think that's it at all. If we look at Ephesians again in chapter 1 and now at verse 5, we see that God feels pleasure by choosing to love us. There's a strong sense of desire that comes from Him when He chooses to love us. So there's definitely emotion that is in love, but it is not dictated or governed by that set feeling. If you aren't feeling that joy and affection with a person, even if people say that you guys will be a great couple, you guys look great on paper, if you're not feeling that, then don't try and force yourself into the relationship. It just won't work out. Just because two people look great on paper does not mean they should be together. It doesn't mean that they'll actually be great together in person. Love is only accompanied by emotion, not governed by it. So far we've talked about love being a decision, and now we've talked about how it's not governed by your emotions, but it definitely is accompanied by it. The last portion will be great, guys, because it'll kind of combine all of this together to really make sense for you. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out.